Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Chicago Med, Chicago PD and Chicago Fire got a big cast members update. Renewed. 1 Chicago dramas Chicago Med, PD and Fire returning for new seasons with main cast members. Fan favorites. Oliver Platt, S. Epatha Merkerson, and Dermot Mulroney among those confirmed for next season. Dramatic finals. Recent episodes end in cliffhangers, leading fans to eagerly await the fall premiere. The 1 Chicago group of TV dramas that includes Chicago Med, Chicago PD, and Chicago Fire were all renewed for new seasons, and fans will want to hear this good news about their favorite procedurals. Chicago Fire kicked off this beloved trio of fast-paced, dramatic, and character-driven shows when it premiered on NBC in 2012. Then, Chicago PD, which focuses on the intelligence unit in Chicago, came in 2014, followed by the emotional hospital drama Chicago Med in 2015. All 3 series had particularly compelling recent seasons, with Dr. Daniel Charles's Oliver Platt, daughter Robin Charles, Mekia Cox, coming back to Chicago Med, and a big showdown between Hank Foyt, Jason Bay, and newcomer Charlie Reed, Sean Hatosy, in the Chicago PD Season 12 final. Now, as fans prepare to wait during the summer hiatus, they'll want to find out this exciting update. These Chicago Med, Chicago PD, and Chicago Fire main cast members are coming back for new seasons. Deadline reported that the main cast members of Chicago Med, Chicago Fire, and Chicago PD are officially coming back next season. This includes Oliver Platt and S. Epatha Merkerson on Chicago Med and several Chicago Fire actors, Dermot Mulroney, Miranda Ray Mayo, and Taylor Kinney. As for Chicago PD Season 13, Jason Begg is returning. Before the Chicago Med Season 10 finale, Deadline reported that sources said some 1 Chicago cast members might not come back for the fall 2025 broadcast season, which made fans wonder who could leave. But now fans can rest assured that Platt's grumpy yet endearing psychiatrist, Dr. Daniel Charles, and Merkerson's compassionate director Sharon Goodwin are returning for Chicago Med Season 11. Mulroney will reprise his role of Chief Dom Pascal for Chicago Fire Season 14, and fans will be relieved that Mayo and Kinney will play their popular characters Stella Kidd and Kelly Severide. Bate will return as Voight, the tough surgeon who doesn't suffer fools, but who has had interesting bonds with various characters that show his vulnerable nature. All 3 1 Chicago shows had fascinating season finals that put their main characters in scary situations, and it wasn't clear that everyone would survive. Fans hoped that Voight would win against Reed, but after watching Reed manipulate everyone in Chicago PD Season 12, it was hard to know what would happen in the end. As for Chicago Med, the Season 10 finale ended on a cliffhanger about Hannah Asher, Jesse Schramm, and viewers hope to find out the answer when the show returns. Chicago Fire Season 13 will also have a lot going on as Pascal and Kidd both had life-changing experiences in the Season 12 final. Chicago Fire, Chicago PD, and Chicago Med will all air on Wednesday nights as part of NBC's fall broadcast schedule. Other returning NBC shows include Law and Order and Law and Order, SVU. While there are no official premiere dates for any of these series, fans can assume they will premiere at the end of September 2025 or the beginning of October 2025. The Windy City is buzzing once again, and not just from the wailing sirens and flashing lights of the 1 Chicago universe. Fans of Chicago Med, Chicago PD, and Chicago Fire have grown accustomed to shocking rescues, high-stakes surgeries, and daring busts. But the newest twist isn't happening on screen, it's behind the scenes. NBC has dropped a bombshell with major cast member updates across all 3 shows, sending fans into a whirlwind of excitement, confusion, and speculation about what the future holds for their favorite first responders. Chicago Med. A familiar face exits, a surprising return. At Chicago Med, the hospital has always been a revolving door of doctors, nurses, and administrators, but 1 cast update has truly rocked the medical drama. Sources confirm that Dr. Crockett Marcel, Dominic Raines, will be stepping back in Season 10. While the character isn't being killed off, he'll appear in a reduced capacity, sparking theories that Crockett could be heading to another hospital, or even transitioning into a crossover arc on Chicago were mourning,
Fire.
NBC threw in a curveball. Tori DeVito's Dr. Natalie Manning is set to make a shocking return for a limited arc. After her emotional departure in Season 7, Natalie was believed to be gone for good, moving away with her son to start a quieter life. Now, whispers suggest her comeback ties into a mysterious medical case that will force her to work alongside her former colleagues. The reunion with Will Halstead's legacy will hang heavy in the air, and fans are already speculating about whether this return is temporary or if Natalie could reclaim her place in Gaffney's ER permanently. Producers are calling it a full-circle moment, hinting that long-term storylines are being mapped out to honor Med's original cast while weaving in new blood. For die-hard fans, Natalie's reappearance feels like a nostalgic gift. Chicago PD. A void at intelligence. Of all the One Chicago shows, Chicago PD has endured some of the most painful exits. Think Antonio Dawson, Aaron Lindsay, and most recently, Jay Halstead. Now the latest update is just as seismic. Tracy Spiridakos, who plays Detective Haley Upton, has confirmed her departure at the end of Season 12. The news was met with mixed emotions, heartbreak from fans who have grown to love Haley's grit and determination, and relief for those who felt her character arc had been weighed down by Jay's absence. Haley's final episodes are expected to give her a proper send-off, with showrunner Gwen Seguin teasing a hero's journey that closes her chapter with honor. But it's not all goodbyes. Producers also revealed that a new intelligence unit detective will join the squad mid-season. Though the casting has yet to be officially announced, the buzz is that this new character will be a disruptor, someone whose unconventional methods could put them at odds with Sergeant Hank Voight. Could we be seeing a younger, hungrier version of Voight himself? Or a morally gray officer who pushes the unit into dangerous territory? Meanwhile, fans are crossing their fingers for a potential return of Jesse Lee Soffer's Jay Halstead, if only for a cameo in Haley's farewell arc. Nothing is confirmed, but insiders say negotiations are ongoing. If that happens, it would easily be one of the biggest TV reunions of the year. Chicago Fire. Flames of Change. If there's one show that thrives on shocking exits and triumphant returns, it's Chicago Fire. The Season 12 finale left fans biting their nails when it teased the uncertain future of several fan-favorite firefighters. Now, NBC has clarified the fate of Joe Cruz, Joe Minoso, and the news is bittersweet. Cruz will remain a series regular, but Season 13 will explore him stepping back from frontline firefighting. Showrunner Andrew Newman says Cruz has always been the heart of 51, and now we're challenging him to figure out who he is when he's not the first to rush into flames. This opens the door for emotional storylines involving his family, his late friend Otis, and his mentorship of the younger squad members. But just as Cruz takes a step back, a new firefighter is stepping in. The update confirms that a female recruit, played by rising actress Anna Villafain, will join Truck 81. Her character, described as ambitious, fearless, and maybe a little reckless, could shake up the dynamic at Firehouse 51. Some fans are already speculating that she could become a love interest for either Carver or Gallo, while others predict clashes with Kid as she tries to prove herself in a traditionally male-dominated field. Adding fuel to the fire, Taylor Kinney's Kelly Severide will have a heavier presence in Season 13, after his reduced screen time last year. His relationship with Stella Kidd will be a focal point again, especially as the couple navigates balancing leadership with personal happiness. The bigger picture, NBC's strategy.